Hello, everybody. It's Brenda Eason, founder of the Black Business Owners Network, co-founder of the Black Empowered Media Network, BEMN, at BEMNTV.com, BEMNTV.com. Hope everyone's doing well this evening. We're going to have another live this evening with one of the members of the BBON to tell you about an event that he is having tonight, actually, at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The event again is 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tonight, Wednesday evening. If you haven't registered already, go over to tinyurl.com/3ZXSDNYK. Go ahead on over there and register. I see some people are coming in already. Hello, Claire. Hello, Bianca. Good to see you, Bianca. Haven't seen you in a while. Hope all is well. We're going to be talking about an event that's taking place this evening, actually, for one of the BBON members named Mr. X of Mr. X Stock Market Academy. Just waiting for him to come on so he can tell you guys all about it. He should be on momentarily. Hello, Jeffrey. Jeffrey Osborne, good to see you this evening. Thanks for all of the support over the years. Appreciate it. While we're waiting for him to come on, I'm going to talk about an event that you guys can sponsor. It's always great to sponsor an event with a great cause. The Zamari Ali Wilson Foundation is looking for donations and also sponsors. That's the foundation I started for my son, Zamari Ali Wilson, who unfortunately drowned while we were on vacation in Virginia Beach. We're trying to get some lifeguards down at Virginia Beach. That's part of the foundation, and we need sponsors to do that. Also going to be having a documentary in his honor to talk about his life and his great artistic abilities. He was a great artist. He also drew. He played the drums and the keyboard as well. So we're going to be giving artistic supplies to needy children who are artists. You know, just in his honor, to keep his legacy going and alive. That's part of the Zamari Ali Wilson Foundation. We're also going to be doing a coloring and activity book based on the art that he left behind. He left a big box of art with different characters. He wanted to be like Stan Lee, so we have a big box of art that we're going to turn into a coloring and activity book. But we need funding to do all of that, okay? So that's where you come in as being a sponsor. I will mention you in all of the interviews that I do on radio, television, on the news stations. I've been doing a lot of interviews lately, if you guys have been seeing. So I'm going to mention you as being a sponsor of the Zamari Ali Wilson Foundation, okay? That's great to be attached to a great cause like that. So, allow visitors to read. Okay. So, yeah. So, call or text 202-308-3157 if you're interested in being a sponsor. If you'd like to donate, you can donate via Apple Pay to 202-308-3157 or through PayPal to paypal.biz/BECELEBPROMOS or through Cash App to Brenda Eason Promotion, BRENDA EASON PROMOTION. All right, so hopefully you guys can still hear me. Let me know if you can't, and I'll start the live over, okay? So while we're waiting for Mr. X, let's see, Bianca says, yes, ma'am, traveling, speaking, and planning for my event on, what's that, Caraco, and on the 31st. Okay, well, that's wonderful that you have an event. Make sure you put all the details about the event in the group. And if you'd like to go live or be interviewed about it, make sure you reach out to me. We're doing a lot of interviews with different members. The slots are going super, super fast. If anybody would like to be interviewed, just text the word interview to 202-308-3157. Again, text the word interview to 202-308-3157. If you want to go live, just text the word live to that same number. And we go from there, right? We also looking for people to be the BBON VIP member. We have a few people signed up for it already. With the BBON VIP membership, you get your picture posted and announced as being the VIP member of the BBON. And you'll get all of the promotions that are offered. Every last one. Interviews, ad put in the group. Interview and ad posted in the BBON in front of the 70,000 plus members in the BBON Entertainment Group. And over 7,000 more members on my social media pages with another additional 10,000 plus members. So make sure you become a BBON VIP member. Just text the word BBON VIP member to 202-308-3157. All right, let's see. Be right back. She'll be coming in soon. Let's see. Hello, Lorraine. How are you this evening? Blessings to you too, Queen. Yeah, Lorraine has been part of our virtual networking sessions that we have once a month. Make sure you check for the event about that and the advertisement about our BBON networking, virtual networking meetings. You get to tell all about your business, promote your business, your events. You get to network with like-minded individuals, entrepreneurs on the rise. And it's recorded. So your promotion will be sent in the BBON several times in front of 70,000 plus members. So that's some free promotion. So make sure you stop by BBON's virtual networking event. Let's see if I can invite some people. That's the viewers. Right. Again, hopefully everyone's doing well this evening. Make sure you put in the comments where you're joining us from, the city and state, and tell us a little bit about what you do. Include the website or your social media pages if you have those. So, do a little promotion tonight. Okay. Let's see. I can send some invitations here. Thanks to those who joined so far. And if you're watching this through the replay, make sure you put replay in the comments. Market Academy. All right, let's get this invitation out. Okay. And Lorraine, what did you say you did again? Make sure you put it in the comments, okay? And Bianca, put some information about the events that you'll be having soon in the comments so people can join you at your event. The opportunity for you to promote in front of the 70,000 plus members of the BBON. So why not do it? Okay? And invite people to this live. So we all talking here and get to know one another. Network, do some networking. You know, it's the Black business owners network, and that's what we do. We network 24/7. Is your network is your net worth. Okay? Let's see. Your viewers, I'm gonna invite. Okay. All right. So Lorraine says, I'm Lorraine Smalls, CEO, owner of Exquisite Travel Tours and Services by Lorraine. So she does travel. And I know Bianca has a lot of events that she does. So in different cities and countries. So travel is needed. You guys need to link up. Okay? All right. Still sending out invitations. Academy. Academy. There we go. Okay. Anyone else? Let's see. Now, Bianca, if you're still here, tell us a little bit more about your event. Okay, you said it's on the 31st. Tell us more about it. It's the last day of May. I can't believe May is gone already. All right, here's Mr. X Stock Market Academy now. Send him a request to join us in the live, and we get to know about his event. It's happening tonight. Again, if anybody else is having an event and they want to go live, I'm the 202-308-3157. Now I get you on here so you can talk about your event in front of the 70,000 plus members of the video. Yay! Right. So now we have Mr. X on tonight. All right. So yeah, like I said, he has an event this evening, guys. If you haven't registered, make sure you go to tinyurl.com/3 ZXSZNYK. Just tell you a little bit about Mr. X. I'm excited to have you on this special live this evening in the BBON, where we connect, learn, and grow together. Again, I'm joined by Mr. X, who is a long-standing member of the BBON, someone who's doing incredible work to educate and empower our community financially. Mr. X is the founder of Mr. X Stock Market Academy, and he's going to be talking about the powerful free, you heard that, free wealth building webinar that's happening tonight at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, called Optimizing the Gaming Industry, Turning Passion into Profit. Now, whether you're a parent, a mentor, or a young entrepreneur, if you know a child who loves video games, you want to learn about this and learn how to turn your interest into income, this is definitely for you. All right, Mr. X, we're going to dive right in. How are you this evening?
Oh, I'm great, Brenda. How are you?
I'm doing wonderful. You look like you're stuck there a little bit.
No, I'm good. I'm not frozen.
It looks like 100%. Okay, I can hear you, so let's go. All right, so let's just start with the basics. What has inspired you to create this webinar this evening, and why is now the perfect time for it?
Okay, so this webinar, Brenda, is a collaboration between my company, the Mr. X Stock Market Academy, which is a stock market educational company, and a company that I've partnered with called the Long Island Gaming League. They're out of Long Island, New York. I'm in between like New York, New Jersey area, and they work with middle school, high school. Well, let me back up a little bit. Middle school, junior high school, and high school students, after school programs, kids come together, they set up a room, kids are, playing video games, but they're also learning about how to pursue a career, in the video game industry, whether from the business side of marketing and promoting these games or computer coding, et cetera. Because a lot of colleges give out college scholarships for students to go to college based on their love of playing video games, similar to someone would get an academic scholarship, if they were really good in, let's say, math or science, or a sports scholarship. If they play football, basketball, you can get a college scholarship to go to college based on your interest in the video game, in addition to, being a good student.
Right.
So what we're going to be talking about is how young people can actually pursue a career in the gaming industry. It's actually called esports. That's actually the official name, the esports industry. So how young people can leverage and develop themselves with an esports career. How young people or even older adults that have a love of gaming can put together like gaming tournaments, where people come together and they compete just for fun, and how they could monetize that and make money with that, and how you can make money through your love of gaming through media, et cetera. And where I come in is I'm going to be talking about how young people or people who love video games, how they could invest in those video game companies that are publicly traded in the stock market and make money, and how parents and mentors of young people can begin their journey in investing in these video game companies in the stock market to build wealth for the children, for their children that they mentor, or their family. So we're talking wealth building this evening.
Oh, I love it.
And as you mentioned, you gave the URL. There's still space for those that want to attend. It's a free webinar. Okay, so I'll repeat the URL
Okay.
one more time. The word tiny, tinyurl.com/the number three, the letter Z, the letter X, the letter S, the letter D, the letter N, letter Y, and the letter K. And I'll actually put it into
Yes.
the comment
You do.
section here.
Mhm.
But to the BBON network. I encourage you to, come out, check out the webinar. If you know someone that may be really interested in video games and want to learn how to make money in the video game industry in different ways,
Mhm.
whether a young person or a mature adult, older adult, come out. If you want to learn about how to make money in the stock market in general, okay, because the things that we're going to be talking about in terms of investing in video game companies in the stock market applies to other companies, in the stock market, or investing in other industries is basically the same types of information or evaluation. So, definitely come out. And this webinar is just solely for the BBON network. It's for anyone. It's for
Mhm.
your extended network, your friends, your family outside of BBON, anyone you want to invite. All are welcome, but you got to register so you can get the Zoom link.
Blaster.
Yeah. So I'm going to put that in the comment right now.
Mhm.
Um,
So yeah.
and
Um,
yeah,
Great. Yeah, I was going to ask you a few questions. So now,
sure.
a lot of young people are passionate about gaming. You're right about that. But few understand how to monetize that passion. Now, how does your event help to bridge that gap between gaming and generational wealth?
Well, the Long Island Gaming League, everything that they're going to be talking about in this webinar in terms of how to monetize or
Mhm.
make money in the gaming industry is actually things that they do right now.
Okay.
So after school programs and in these various schools pays them to put on these after school programs,
Mhm.
right, where kids come together and play video games socially, but also learn about computer coding. And also there's many different hand and eye coordination skills
Mhm.
that you actually learn from playing video games that you could apply to other industries. So even though many of the younger people that come to these after school programs are playing video games because they love video games, many of them may not necessarily go on and major in video games,
Right.
right, in college, but the leadership skills, team building, camaraderie, hand-eye coordination skills that they will learn from playing these video games can help them with other careers. But then at the same time, Long Island Gaming League, they put on video game tournaments, where people come and they pay a fee to participate and compete. So
Mhm.
that, so they're going to talk about how you could do that if that's something that you want to do, to monetize, your love of gaming. Also, Brenda, you help many businesses with podcasts, right?
Yes.
Right?
I
So
do.
you could utilize your love of gaming and maybe create your own gaming
See?
podcasts,
Wow.
right? So they're going to be talking about that, or maybe your own gaming, let's say YouTube
Yeah.
channel reviewing video
Mhm.
games, and you'll make money from the advertisements that are popping up that YouTube has as your have your videos. And depending on the number of subscribers you have, that's another way that um you could monetize that. So we're going to be talking about a wide variety of things in terms of how to make money in the gaming industry. And then I'm going to show you once again on how you could invest in these video game companies, because why should they make all the money off
Right.
of you as a young person just buying these games,
Mhm.
or your parents buying these games for you, or your mentors? At the same time that you play these games for fun, you could get ownership in these games, right?
Yeah.
And when their stock price goes up, you make more money than what you made when you first invested, you
Mhm.
know
Yeah.
so it's a
That's right.
win-win, for everyone. So yeah, we have a full packed agenda.
Nice. Now you're offering this webinar completely free, which is amazing. Why was it important to you to make this event accessible to everyone?
Well, we wanted to kind of introduce, our individual companies, to the public, because some people may not be, so familiar with us, and we really want to help the community, with information, you know, um, we do have products that, if people want to take it to another level, that that we sell,
Mhm.
but then we do free things as well, to kind of just let people know what we are all about, what we stand for, and how we could kind of help, individuals and families.
Okay. All right, now I know space is limited because I know you had a lot of strong interest. What would you say to someone who's thinking about registering but hasn't yet?
Register now.
Right
Yeah,
now.
we got an hour and a half, before we start. I just put the URL in the chat. Okay. Um, so please, register now. Another way is you could message me directly um, on Facebook. Okay, if you have any additional questions that may not be answered during this live here, so just message me directly, or you could email me at info at mrxstockmarketacademy.com. Once again, info at mrxstockmarketacademy.com. But for immediate response, message me on Facebook, message me on Instagram. Um, or if you go to the contact us tab on my website, mrxstockmarketacademy.com, I just have like a little form there. Just type it in, whatever you want to ask me, submit. It comes right to my email. I will answer, your questions. So definitely, register now. You have nothing to lose. The most important thing in terms of your wealth building journey is your knowledge, is your knowledge.
Mhm.
Okay, because that's where all wealth comes from. It comes from your knowledge and your ability to know how to do something, and also how to fill a need, right? How to fill a need, how to solve a problem, right? So that's generally what businesses are doing out here. They're filling needs, they're solving problems, and if you can solve um, a major problem in society, money automatically is automatically going to come to you. So we're going to be talking about that.
Okay, great, great. Okay, so
Yeah.
like you said tonight, you're not only just covering the gaming industry, but also how to invest in it through the stock market. Can you share just a little bit more about how the Stock Market Academy is helping people grow their money?
Yes, yes. So one of the things that I realized, prior to launching my academy is that a lot of people that are currently investing in the market, they don't really understand how the stock market works, and also external factors that affect the market, such as the interest rates, you know, um, here in the United States, when they go up and down, that affects the stock market. Also, the job the job report, right? If there's a lot of people that's employed, right, that means more people have money, more people are confident to spend money. Less people employed in the United States, less people have money, less spending is going to happen. All of that affects the stock market. But people are, joining my academy, and they're getting real life experience, information on how to build wealth in the stock market, that's being taught directly by me, and also in support with my team. Okay. So, if you go to my website, Mr. X Stock Market Academy, you'll see a list of testimonials there of students that joined the academy, whether they were beginners, whether they're a little bit more experienced. I guarantee you're going to learn something that you don't know, and we're really going to teach you on how to intelligently and safely invest your money. Because if you don't notice already, um, the stock market is probably one of the easiest ways to make money for yourself. And the reason why I say that is because when you have a job, you're working hard, right? You're working hard, right?
Mhm.
Doing your job. Even if you have a business, right? You're working hard, right? Running the business, managing your employees, marketing, promotions, operations, expenses. Okay. when you have your money invested in the stock market, somebody's working hard for you because your money is working for you. You don't work for Nike, but you could have money invested in Nike, right? You
Right.
don't work for Home Depot. You know, but you could have money invested in
Yes.
Home Depot,
Mhm.
right? And as
Definitely.
Home Depot grows, your money grows. So you don't, so you're just evaluating companies like this. And I'm not necessarily saying to invest in these companies. I'm just using them as examples. Okay, your money's working for you, and what better way to make money than have your money work for you?
Mhm.
And remember, these companies in the stock market, they're global companies, which means that they're doing business in multiple countries. They have millions of customers, right? So you give yourself a real good opportunity for your money to grow because they serve so many customers, and all you're doing is just basically you're just evaluating these companies, putting your money there, and just making your money work for you. What better way to make money than
Uh, right.
yeah, and all you're doing is basically just reviewing the performances of those companies, whether you want to do that daily, weekly, monthly, every 3 months. You're just evaluating these companies, and the next minute you turn around, it's quite possible that, depending on what company you have your money invested in, maybe you doubled your money in 2 years, potentially. you
That'd be great.
know or even maybe less than that, maybe a year you doubled your money, or you earn 20% on your money, or 30% on your money.
Mhm.
How much is the bank paying? They're not paying nowhere,
No, not yet.
they're not paying nowhere near that kind of return.
Nope. Nope. Nowhere near
you
it.
know yeah, and on top of that, considering the fact that we live in a capitalist society where the cost of living is constantly going up,
Mhm.
if you do not have a portion of your money invested in a appreciating asset, and for those who don't know what an appreciating asset is, it's something that you've put your money into, or you invested your money into, that has the opportunity to increase in value, and something that could increase in value at a rate of return that's higher than inflation.
Mhm.
Normally, under normal conditions, the United States government wants to keep inflation in the United States at a rate of anywhere between 2 to 3%. Now, there's times that is gotten much higher than that. Maybe it ran up 7, 8, 9, maybe 10%. Okay. So if you don't have your money in some appreciating asset that can beat inflation, you're actually losing money. And that's why that $100, just say as an example, that you may have in your home, that you don't have in any type of investment, is worth less today than it was a year ago, because you didn't give it an opportunity to grow. Now, obviously, you can't have all your money invested. You got to have money for emergencies and to pay your normal bills. But at least if you have some of your money invested in an appreciating asset, right? You
Mhm.
give your money an opportunity. I know someone right now who bought a home in New York City
Mhm.
in 1985 for $60,000, and right now that home is worth anywhere between $550,000 to $600,000.
Mhm.
That's what I'm talking about when I say put your money into an appreciating asset.
Yes.
That you get, and stocks are an example of an appreciating asset. You bought into a company. It was trading at, let's say, $50 a share, and after a period of time, now it's trading at $1,000 a share.
Mhm.
That's how you can build wealth. That's what we're talking about this evening. That's what we're talking about in my academy. So please, register for the webinar today. It's not just about video games. It's about wealth building in the video game industry,
Mhm.
but also in the stock market in general. Once again, the URL is tinyurl.com/ the number 3, the letters ZXSDNYK. And Brenda, thank you for, the
Sure.
opportunity to just jump on this live to kind of share this information with the BBO and network.
Sure. Absolutely. Absolutely. Now, how can people stay connected with you and learn more about future opportunities with Mr. X Stock Market Academy and the Long Island Gaming League?
Yes, so definitely follow me on Facebook. Just type in Mr. X Stock Market Academy, or follow me on Instagram. And in real time, you can see anything that I'm doing, any events that I may be going to, any additional trainings that I may have, or just want to connect with me, to ask whatever questions that you want to ask, regarding, joining my academy or anything of that nature. Yeah.
Great.
And actually, one thing I want to say real quick, in addition to this webinar that I'm co-hosting with the Long Island Gaming League, we actually have a course that we put together. It's a recorded course that teaches young people, their parents and their mentors on how to build wealth in the stock market. The course is called Stock Market Investing for Young Gamers.
Oh, nice.
So we're going to be talking about that course as well, and how people can get access to it.
That's amazing, because I mean, our kids are always on video games anyway, so why not learn how to make the invest into those video games, right? All right, guys. So
Exactly. If you're looking for something for your kids to do, let's say for the summer, right? To kind of keep them active, consider, having them, sign them up for our Stock Market Investing for Young Gamers course. They don't teach how to build wealth in your traditional school system.
Sure does.
So this is a skill that we all must learn. And if you look at the people that are getting ahead financially, if you go and look at what they're doing with their money, I can guarantee you they all are investing their money. So if you're not doing that right now, or if you're not getting the returns that you want on your investments in the stock market, this webinar is for you. Come register.
Register again. To register, go to tinyurl.com/3ZXSDNYK. Right now, optimizing the gaming industry, turning passion into profit. It's happening tonight, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you haven't registered, get over there and register now. It's absolutely free, so you have nothing to lose. All right? Any closing remarks?
Look forward to everyone joining.
Right.
Yes. Look forward.
That's the main thing.
Yes.
All right, guys. tinyurl.com/3ZXSDNYK. Register right now. All right. See you guys at the webinar.
Thank you so much, Brenda.
No problem.
Okay. Bye-bye.